Hi everyone and welcome to Stop Hitting Yourself. Today we're going to be taking a look at DNF Duel, a hybrid 2D/3D fighter currently scheduled for release in June 2022. I recently took part in the second open beta test for the game on PlayStation 5 to get an idea of what we can expect. So, let's hit it.
DNF Duel.
DNF Duel is a spin-off of the massively popular Korean beat-em-up action RPG Dungeon Fighter Online, also known as Dungeon & Fighter or DNF for short. If you haven't heard of it before, imagine Streets of Rage if it was a live service game. With anime and manga adaptations already available, developers Neopal have now teamed up with Arc System Works to expand the franchise further. In terms of what's available in this beta version, it's literally just the online mode and customization options for your player card. There's no indication of what single player content we might get with the full game yet. However, with Arc System Works involved, I'm extremely hopeful, as games they have previously worked on have some of the best solo content in my opinion. So what can I tell you about the game? Well, thanks to some help from my friend Wachao here, we had a good session learning the combat basics and trying out all the different characters. There were 11 in total, each taking their name from a different class available in the original game. In terms of the combat, the settings menu gave us enough information to get started, and after a couple of rounds of button pressing, we had the basics down. Each character has inputs for 2 standard attacks, a skill attack, an MP skill attack, as well as guard and an awakening move. The standard attacks are generally light, quicker hits. Skill attacks are heavier hits and, from my observation, seem to be less damaging versions of the character's MP skill attacks. Now, this is where things start to get interesting. Below your health bar you have what I'm going to call your MP bar. I don't know if that's the official name, but I suspect it's a good guess. Pressing a direction and the MP skill attack button will allow your character to perform a variety of different special attacks. Whenever you use one of these attacks, it will drain some of your MP bar, which then regenerates over time. If you use too much of your MP, you'll then get a warning saying it's been exhausted and it won't start regenerating as quickly. At the start of each round, the bar is capped at the halfway point, giving you 100 MP. Then, as you take damage, the cap is slowly increased. Once the full bar is available and filled with the maximum amount of MP, you then gain the ability to use your awakening move. Awakenings are your character's ultimate attack. As well as doing lots of damage, you are also treated to a short animated sequence. These look absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't help but get a sense of satisfaction every time I successfully hit one during a fight. Finally, while it's less exciting visually, you have the guard button. This locks your fighter in a defensive stance, blocking incoming attacks. The curved bar next to the time in the centre will slowly drain as you guard against hits. I assume it's possible for this gauge to be completely depleted, at which point you won't be able to guard anymore, but this never happened while I was playing. Also, pressing a direction at the same time as pressing the guard button will allow you to perform a dodge in that direction. Overall, the DNF Duel beta was a great gameplay experience. As a casual player, I found it very easy to pick up, and it wasn't difficult to pull off some flashy and very visually appealing moves. Each character has their own unique style, and I expect there is much more depth to these movesets than I was able to explore. Visually, the game looks fantastic and reminds me of other Arc System Works games like Guilty Gear, Grand Blue Versus and Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'm really excited for this game, and it will definitely be a day one purchase for me. With all that said, please remember this was a beta version of the game, so things could still be changed before it's released. Also, there was no tutorial available, so the information I've shared is based on my observations from playing. If you notice I've missed something or gotten any of the terminology wrong, please let me know in the comments section. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like and a comment. If you'd like to see more videos on DNF Duel and other fighting games, you can also subscribe to the channel. You've been watching Stop Hitting Yourself. Until next time.